Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful morning. This is the day the Lord has made. I choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, cousin. Glad to see you over here in Instagram land. It's a pleasure and honor just to come on this morning. I'm telling y'all, I have been in anticipation. I woke up this morning um, with this on my mind at 4 o'clock this morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock. I said I got to give this to the people this morning. What I feel that I think will help you throughout your day. So as you come in the room, I need you to like, share, tag someone, let them know that I'm live. This is a pop-up think tank. This is a pop-up think tank. Let me put that in the comments. This is a pop-up think tank. My think tank is a mechanism or a platform that I'm in the process of launching. We're supposed to launch it this month. We ran into some technical difficulties, but it will be launched in September. But today I had to jump on just to give you all what I felt would help you through your day, something that I just came out of. It's so important that you can share with people things that you learn when you've come out of something. So I need for you to like, share, tag, let them know that I'm live this morning. This is Think Tank Wednesday. And so I believe this is going to be a blessing to your life. We're going to wait a few more seconds and we're going to go ahead and get started. So for those of you that are going to catch this on the replay, put in the comments, put some fire emojis, put down that I loved it. It blessed my life. Just give me some feedback because I do go back and I look at the comments from the lives. I believe today is going to be nothing short than amazing. How to deal with disappointment. How to deal with disappointment. Good morning, Norris. Good morning, cousin. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So I want to jump on this morning just to share with you just today's word, disappointment. Disappointment. Disappointment is defined as a person or event that causes disappointment, or it is sadness or displeasure caused by non-fulfillment of one's hopes or expectations. I just came out of a situation with my job of some people and friends that I thought were friends. I didn't throw them away, but I was disappointed in their actions. I was disappointed on the way that they handled a situation because in my mind, I wouldn't have handled it that way. Um, but I learned from disappointment. I learned from that situation that I had to retreat. I had to come back to myself and get still. And so for me, when I feel um, disappointment or I feel that trust has been broken, my first mechanism is to withdraw. My first opportunity is just to withdraw back to myself and put up a gate, a fence around me, and I will only let you get but so close to me because I am now in a posture to think that you're going to do this to me again because you did it to me this time. You're going to do it to me again. How many of you have faced disappointment time and time again, and you kept going back to the same person, the same place, and the same thing, only to find out that you never got over the first disappointment? Now they're adding more disappointment on top of each other. So disappointment can be a very hard thing. But there's a quote that I read the other day on Facebook. It says, fake people have an image to maintain. Real people just don't care. Now, that could be a very hard statement for those that are digesting that. But what that statement is really saying to me and to you, people are going to be fake. People are going to be themselves. But you cannot let it change who you are. Just because the word says that you don't care. You care about them, but you don't care what happens to them because what they did to you, they didn't take your feelings into consideration. So you got to realize that disappointment is a part of life. It's something that we're going to go through, not just with people, but we're going to do it with places, we're going to do it with things. in life, we're going to have disappointment. It is a natural response, but it's how you deal with disappointment determines how far you go in life. There are two things I want to point out to you: is failure is only an option when you see no other way out. Disappointment and failure can go hand in hand. But let me read that again. Failure is only an option if you see no other way out. We feel like whenever we feel like that we failed at something, the first thing that we do is we blame ourselves and we ask ourselves, what did I do wrong? Can I let you on a secret? You didn't do anything wrong. You were just yourself. You were disappointed because you thought more of the individual. You thought that they had more character, more integrity, that they would not do this to you or they wouldn't do this to me. But remember, whenever you face disappointment, failure comes along with it. And failure is the only option if you have no other way out. The other thing that disappointment brings with it is a lie. A disappointment will bring with it a lie. A lie is, if you look at the word lie, L-I-E, let it end. A lie is you need to let the lie end. In other words, don't try to chase a lie. Don't try to defend a lie. Just let the lie end. Let it fade black. Let it fade into black. Let it go away on its own. You don't have to defend the lie. Because when you know what you did was right, a lie will die. So you got to number two, you got to let the lie end. Number one, failure is the only option when you see no other way out. Number two, a lie is connected to disappointment, and a lie in its acronym is let it end. Number three, fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Disappointment brings with it failure. Disappointment will bring with it a lie. And disappointment will bring with it fear. We have to understand that these emotional outbursts, as I call them, they're internal outbursts, or these emotional mechanism that causes us to operate in different spaces with different people. Sometimes it can cause you to feel like you're going in so many different directions. I can't talk this morning. My throat hasn't woke up this morning. So whenever you're dealing with disappointment, just know this one thing. Disappointment is going to come in life. It's going to show up in your life at some point in your life, whether you're 3 or you're 83. You're going to be disappointed by some person, by some place, and something. So have you ever went to a restaurant and people have talked the restaurant up and they told you the food was great? You need to try it. Only for you to go and make a reservation and show up and you don't like the food. And your friend calls you and says, hey, how was the food? And you say to them that my food was horrible. Not only was my food horrible, customer service was horrible. I didn't like the restaurant, the atmosphere. You were disappointed by the atmosphere in the restaurant, but your friend liked it. Does that mean you disassociate with them because they like the restaurant and you were disappointed by the restaurant? No. Also, your close friends can disappoint you. You saying, but Dr. Erica, how can that be? Because you're looking for them to give you a certain response. And when they give you the truth, sometimes the things that we really don't want to hear, disappointment set in. And we start telling ourselves, I thought that he or she was my friend. Why would they say it that way? Sometimes they have to scream it to you loud, like an echo, because they're trying to get your attention to let you know the disappointment that you're facing is not going to kill you. The situation I just come out of, I really felt like I was targeted. I felt like I'm a good person. I don't do anything to anybody. I don't bother anybody. I stay to myself. I was disappointed by the people that I was interacting with. I felt like they should have handled it a different way. But I realized I can't be mad at them because they handled it that way, because they felt that they were handling it the best way for themselves. Disappointment comes in all different forms, shapes, and sizes. But the question is, how will you learn from your disappointment? Learn not to get in your feelings. It's very simple. Learn not to let it get in your feelings, and don't allow disappointment to control your life. You control the disappointment. Whenever disappointment overtakes you and it drives your thought pattern, it drives your emotions, it drives how you think, it drives how you interact with other people, then disappointment is driving your life. But you must take charge of disappointment. And you got to we have to reevaluate. Was that person's intention behind disappointment malicious? Was the disappointment behind what they said to you, was it there to really hurt you, or was it there to really help you? Or was the disappointment truly a disappointment to do you a disservice? But you will do yourself a disservice if you allow disappointment to drive your life. Jesus was disappointed by Peter. Prior to God going to the cross, the resurrection experience, Peter got angry in the crowd and he cut off the ear of one of the Roman soldiers. And Jesus looked at Peter in dismay. Peter, you don't have to fight for me. I got this. I'm paraphrasing it. So Jesus picked up the ear of the soldier and he put it back on the soldier's head. And I can imagine Peter saying, God, why would you do that? Why would you put his ear back? Because this is the very one that's going to take you to the cross. Jesus didn't want Peter to get in his feelings, because that was an assignment that he had to go through. If you keep living long enough, you're going to go through some disappointment. You're going to go through some rejection. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be disappointed. Your feelings are going to be hurt. You're going to be mad. You're going to be angry. You're going to be all of that. When you get in your mind that disappointment is part of the process, and it's only there to make you stronger, to make you wiser, to help you to understand this is not going to kill me, but I'm going to learn how to deal with my disappointment by not allowing disappointment to control me, but allowing me to control my disappointment. I hope this blessed someone's life today. I just had to hop on this morning because this was really something I felt that you all need to get. But I want to go back over the 3 points for those for those of you that just jump right back on. Number one, failure is only an option if you see no other way out when it's connected to disappointment. Number two, a lie in its acronym is let it end. Let the lie end. Number three is fear. When you allow fear to be connected to disappointment, fear is false evidence appearing real. It can only become real when you allow it to manifest itself in your life, through your conversation, through your actions. Don't allow yourself to get out of pocket because they decided that they were going to show you who they really are. Maya Angelou said this: if a person shows you who they really are the first time, believe it. Believe it. Allow God to show you who your friends are in this season. Allow God who you should partner with in this season. And ask God, show me how to deal and navigate life through this, what I would call a difficult season. Because it's not going to last always. You're going to come out of this, and you're going to come out of it realizing that, Lord, I need to learn how to deal with disappointment and not allow disappointment to control my life. I pray this has blessed your life this morning. I pray that this has been a blessing to you, because it blessed me this morning at 4:00. I just had to share this when I had to get it off of me. And one more thing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Don't you apologize for what someone did to you, for the disappointment that they did to you. Apologize to yourself because you allowed yourself to be pulled in to that disappointment. Step back from the situation and evaluate it. And then when you come back to the table, you'll have a different perspective on how you should deal with your life moving forward. Live life today and live life on purpose. If no one's told you today, let me be the first to tell you I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Live life and live life on purpose. God bless you.